Hello and welcome to These Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Cardback G.I. Joe Trooper, or Greenshirt. Now this is going to be like the third wave of retro cardbacks we've gotten this year. It's just two. We already saw the retro bat. Now we have the retro Greenshirt. Excuse my slang for it, but we got our 25th anniversary one accompanying us. Obviously, I believe there was the Valor vs. Venom, like a 6 troop builder for Toys R Us exclusive of Greenshirts. We've gotten the Pit Commando from Rise of Cobra, and then I believe there was a G.I. Joe Trooper with Retaliation. I don't remember if they're called the G.I. Joe Trooper or not, but they're that green with like the halo mask. But we got our classified version here, and I'm liking it right off the bat. We'll talk about it, but a lot of reuse. We'll get into it as we go. But diving in, so as you can see, my you can kind of see the crease in there. My package arrived from FedEx. This came from Pulse. FedEx dropped it off today, and it was relabeled. I guess it was supposed to be delivered yesterday. It was relabeled, delivered today, and that box looked like it was ran over by a truck. So our boy inside took a little bit of a hit, but the figure seems fine. So there's your artwork. I think it's some of the funnest artwork we've gotten in a while. Classic explosion background, classic G.I. Joe logo. Like I said, G.I. Joe Trooper or Greenshirt. So, flip it over to the back. There's your cross set with the bat and the trooper. There's your little blurb with your giant file card if you want to pause it and read it. Go from there. Made in Vietnam, for those of you who keep track at home. So, GIJoe.com? Is that website working? I don't remember seeing that recently, but there you go. So get this out of the way. As you guys know, the G.I. Joe Trooper, the Greenshirts, like the support staff, they come in after the cleanup afterwards. Once Snake Eyes destroys the Cobra base, they come in to rally up all the prisoners and survivors and everything. So support staff, if you would, your basic infantry to go toe to toe with your Cobra troopers, etc. So we got our G.I. Joe classified stand base, 2 pegs, G.I. Joe logo there. Spot for the nameplate, no nameplate. Nothing new there. We have weapons-wise, got our nice little submachine gun we got with Tiger Force Duke, Stalker. Someone else recently just came with it. Colonel Hawk came with it. Got some gray on the stock, gray on the pistol grip, gray on the magazine. However, the top's not painted in there, so interesting choice there. It does have the port for blast effects, but not a whole lot else going on there. I'm very curious to what's new besides the heads in this, if anything. So we have our classic laser rifle, the XLMR. I believe that's what it is. I might have just butchered that, but it's got, again, it's in that tan. We got a gray grip here, gray pistol grip, gray stock. It's got the porthole for blast effects. So I'm all for this. Like I said, I think every Joe character should come with this, and I think every Cobra should come with the cartoon at a minimum. So we got those. We have the Retro Duke pistol, which is one of my preferred pistols in the classified line, just because it has a nice presence when it's in the figure's hand or whatever. But if I can get that to focus for you, huh? Again, it's in that tan, and then we got some gray paint on the pistol grip. Got the port for blast effects. We got this knife, silver blade, tan handle. Not a whole lot else going on with it there. And then we have our helmet with the visor. Clear visor, green helmet. Get that out of the way. The figure comes with 2 different sets of hands. Well, I guess technically 4 different sets of hands. You got a left and right trigger hand in light skin, left and right trigger hand in dark skin on the figure, left and right fists, light skin, and left and right fists in the darker skin tone. Then you also have a lighter skin tone head. And then on the body, on the figure himself, let's get into it. So I wonder how many like just generic heads we've got with like the legacy figures and all that stuff. Don't worry, we're gonna be popping the legacy police officer heads on this figure here coming up. But Very curious how many different, like, just generic, not Joe character heads they've made, and if they're modeled after anybody or anything like that. But look at that nice beard fade going in there, like a nice shading for the beard. I like it. He's got the fade going with the hair. I'm all for it, looking good. So we can look down that much. We can look, we don't look up. We got our T-pose. We got a little bit of butterfly in there, not so much forward, but a decent amount back. We got a bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. Gonna get you that much bend. We've seen these arms multiple times. I believe these go all the way back to Grunt, if not someone sooner. Grab Grunt real quick. It looks a little more cleaned up, maybe. For those upper arms, obviously the lower arms somewhat different because we don't have the cuffs for the sweater. Is this gonna be like Stalker's web gear? It looks like. Do I have a Stalker nearby? I do, so yeah, we're rocking Stalker's web gear, Stalker's upper arms, different lower arms, same legs, same gear, same boots. So a lot of reuse. I don't know why it took so long to make this figure if we're getting all this reuse, but nice little gold on the belt buckle. We got some gold on the knife handle. The knife does not come out. A little bit of gold on the grenade. Gold on the buckle there. Some different paint apps on the straps in the back. Little drop down hips. That didn't move at all. Splits. Kick forward. Backward. We have a thigh cut. This double strap knife sheath with the world's smallest knife for it, but fits in like so. Going over here, we got a nice little drop leg holster. The pistol fits in it. However, we have a spot for the suppressor, but we don't have a suppressor, so I'm 100% sure there are holsters out there, or they could have just did the retro Duke, you know, ankle sheath with the pistol holster, since he doesn't have a suppressor, and be good to go. Unless these are all part of the same mold, but you know, it's annoying. Double jointed pinless knees. Ooh, that did not like that. A little bit of wear and tear there. Got our boot swivel and our ankle rocker rotation. So there you have that. As far as that helmet goes, there it is. Let's see if we can pop and swap some heads here, huh? That was actually a lot easier than I thought. So there's the alternate head. And then switch out the hands. Let's see how easy that is. Nice and easy. Oop, somebody just went flying. Bam. Let's grab the helmet for him. Which I put somewhere. Right here. And you're good to go. So definitely some variety. As far as comparing the Legacy police officer head, the neck looks a little bit taller. Let's see if we can pop it on and see what happens. So the same for, it is the same for the other head too. Is it a different, are you kidding me? Is it a different ball joint? Which one's the police officer? Why would they do that? Who? So the police officer slot is a lot smaller. I wonder, you could probably heat these up, pop the heads off. Maybe pop and swap that way, but not entirely sure. Oh, that's the police officer head again, I'm trying. Try to organize this stuff. So you can't just directly do it. You'll probably have to heat it up, pop it off at the pop the head off the neck joint itself, and then go from there. But as far as our green shirt goes, if I can get him to stand for you guys. Here he is next to Short Fuse, different shades of green, 50 shades of green. Here he is next to Steeler. So lots of greens to go off of. Now, a few troop built grunt figures. Did you guys use them in place of green shirts? Did you guys use the Cobra Island breaker in place of green shirts? That was my original plan. I had I think two spare breakers. Or did you got your 60th anniversary infantry running all the grunt work for your Joe team? Do you have grunts in your Joe world? Let me know. Do you do like a Resolute thing where it's like the entire support staff kind of thing? Or is it just like, you know, you stick to your Joes, they don't have their support staff, they're kind of on their own, or their support staff limited? Do you have green shirts come in and mop up everything once the Joes get the job done? Let me know. What's your headcanon? How do you play it out? But I was definitely liking this figure a lot more than I expected to. And here he is next to his 25th anniversary counterpart. So there you have it, your G.I. Joe Trooper from the Retro Cardback series. You picking them up, skipping out on them. Like I said, your Joes don't need support staff. You want the support staff. You just like the idea of a generic green army soldier, because I'm loving it. So let me know in the comments below. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. See you in the battlegrounds.